morning, ladies. How are we doing? They started coming up to me a little bit. Just not sure. You get shoved up here, or are you coming up here on your own? Kind of all the above? Huh. Oh, but they didn't get shoved up. You gonna come here? Red must still be eating his breakfast, otherwise he'd be over there behind him. Let's see if I can get any closer. What do you think? Huh? Not so sure? Not so sure? Okay. Well, what was that about? I just said, well. I think what she did was she was back far enough against that, she tickled the back of her leg. So, hey, looked like I did it. I just didn't do it. Anyway, here's our morning. It's like 38 degrees, dark, and a little fog. Not too much at the moment. At least right here. That doesn't mean it's not socked in. Quarter mile away or less. You know, get my feeding done and chill out for a little bit until Blakely gets here. See what the boss wants to do today, right? Got all the feeding done, fed the pups. Been in there watching The Incredible Dr. Cole with them for a little bit. They've had some dogs making some noises. Pups have gone crazy over it. And it looked like maybe they needed to come out and go potty again. So, yeah. It's foggy out here. It's not as bad. It was worse earlier. But, hey, we can see up now. And we've got a sliver up there. Just above the fog layer. Oh, what is it? This is 7 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't that long ago at 4:30 I was coming out to feed and it was lighter than this. Anyway, I think they're done pottying. When I brought them out the door, just got them out here, and I'm finally getting to watch Piper Doug's video this morning. I hear this whistle when I get about 10 feet out of the house, and it sounded like it was that direction. And the pups for that direction. Because I had my phone held off to this side. And I'm like, what the hell? Oh, it's Doug whistling on the video. Crazy stuff. Anyway, it's a little chilly out here, and I'm still wearing a sleeveless hickory shirt. Why? Because during the day it's been too warm. And I think they all went potty, so I think it's time to go back in. Pups. Come on, pups. Come on, guys. Puppies. The one thing that gets them going is finally I say, puppy, puppies. See? Puppy, puppies. Come on, puppies. Come on. Yeah, leave Red alone. Puppies. Hey. Goofball. Hey. Yeah, get your butt in the house. That's how that's done. I'll leave the light on because Ty should be here before too much longer. Becky had part of this cleaned off. There's part of it's steer paperwork. Yeah. Can't tell there's puppies in the house. When Blakely's here, that gets half emptied. And somebody thinks it's funny to take my seat all the time. Huh. Yeah. Ghost is pretty good at that. At least he moves when I sit down. Who showed up? I didn't know Ty had the arm loads.
Back to my car, buddy.
And back of your car's full of stuff.
Figured out at least $1,000.
I don't know if I mentioned it
At minimum.
yesterday, but her and Maury went down. I know I mentioned this part. They went down and picked up the scale, squeeze chute. And I have no idea who the new owners of the ranch down there are. I don't care. All I know is they take over on... Oh, hey,
Merry
look.
fucking Christmas.
Now that I don't need to find anything, right? I do have a good stud finder somewhere. We'll see how good this one is.
Why are you
Anyway.
on this side?
Because she was in the bedroom.
Right.
Anyway, while they were down there getting stuff, the herdsman who's still there at the moment, he's not working for the new owners. I'll give you an idea too. The other thing that Ty and Maury were supposed to get was all the gates and all the panels. I mean, there would have been...
Do you want a little backstory on that?
No. There would have been a good full load of just gates and panels. But the new owners complained. That's the nicest thing I heard about them. No, they bought the place without all the equipment, and then they decided they wanted everything, I guess.
Is it great?
So anyway, Ty and Maury didn't get any of the panels. I would have, we'd have bought part of them.
The only one we did get was the two that come with the scale.
Yeah, well, they're kind of part of the scale. So, luckily. So anyway, all the cattle stuff that was left down there, the herdsman gave them all of it. Gave them all of it. He was...
Well, it's not his, it was the other, but yes.
Okay, so it was the...
Trustee.
Okay. You got to meet them?
No.
Oh, they just said make sure it's gone?
It was a fight to get what we got because new owner said that it was theirs, even though the contract is not.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff, and that's something to think about if you're dealing with that kind of thing. Because, you never know what the hell's going to happen. But anyway, the back of her car is full of syringes, meds, whatever, tags, I think.
Tags, I got tattoo stuff, I got bander, I got the measure for balls, I don't know what you call that.
Measuring tape.
Well, it's not.
Call it a nut tape. Anyway, so that's the gist of that. At some point we will...
I mean, it's full.
It might be what we end up doing today. I don't know where the hell we're going to do it, but go through that stuff.
I figured to go grab a tub of one of the smaller black ones, and I can shove what's in there that I'm going to take home.
Yeah, because
the rest of it.
It'll get used up. We don't know how old some of the meds are, so we'll go through all that. Yes, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Can you say hi?
Say hi.
Hey, can you say I'm going to have a Nana?
If you could only see the looks I'm giving her to make her...
Banana.
Going to have a banana?
Yeah. It's in my purse, honey. You want a Nana?
She says the cows are outside, TT.
Nana.
I probably got enough video for the whole day, and we haven't even started the day yet.
Go sit up on the couch.
Well, I'm 3 hours into it, but we haven't started it yet. Ty says she got the rest of the crap dug out she was trying to dig out. And she got it greased. I took the leaf blower and blew the dust off of this old girl. Hit the switch, it instantly lit, like it should. So the warm spot's right here, because the doors are still open. And today's the one day in the next 10 that it's not supposed to, well, wasn't supposed to rain. They've thrown in from 11 o'clock till at least 5, anywhere from 5% to 11%, so we will see. But yeah, in the meantime, the fog left and now it's back. Looks pretty clear on the camera, but it ain't near as clear. Well, look this way, see? On the camera I can see down there just about to the creek in the bottom, but without the camera I can't see that far. Anyway, just gonna run do something for Becky. And then I think we're gonna fire the little tractor up. Hold this thing outside, get her spinning, and get the chains oiled. And for that though, I'm pulling that cylinder off. And that's the pin that was originally in here that was buggered up. I just got it put back together. Rather than moving the stop, there's a hole right there. I'm gonna drop the pin in. It's gonna be that high anyway. Since I don't know how high it'll actually go, I will go from there. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because the other one, it's easy, the way the rod runs, because the rod works the other way, and the rod goes up through here. And I've got it marked with a Sharpie where we have the settings. You're either all the way up and you run that slug down and put the pin in, or you run the slug back up to where the mark is and put the pin in. This one, kind of hard to do that. I mean, it could be done, but not as easy. And it's only sitting on the pin in storage, so it's not like it's going to wear on the pin. The girl found in
My
her.
cool finds. They're unopened. To prove that they are unopened. This one is 71 expiration date. And this one is 97 expiration date. And
Yeah.
no, we are not using them. This is just
They will go on a shelf.
specifically for shelf use.
But she didn't bother to tell you what they are.
They're epinephrine.
No, she doesn't. Because I got to sneak back here and kick
This
the dog.
one's
Leave it alone.
30 mil.
Chewing on
and
a
this
box.
one's 10.
He's
For
an
the time
idiot.
that- This one's 30 and this one's 10.
So
So that's my cool find.
they're a little bit out of date.
They won't be going back in the refrigerator.
No.
And we're not using them, so.
And she found some LA that was a wee bit old. Cute little bottle though. Never seen a bottle of LA that small.
There was some things
A few interesting things that.
that, yeah, we'll leave
And
that.
Caltrate bender, just like ours, which I was thinking about it. She priced those now. They're over $400 now. So she was saying $1,000 for stuff in her car. Well, it was probably more than that when it said that.
Yeah, and I haven't even gone through everything yet.
She just basically all she's gone through is a little bit, not very much. And there's a regular one of the little donut banders in there too, and
With bands.
with bands.
And I
Of
have
course, God knows how
tattooers.
old they are. Yeah, she's working on cleaning tattooers up.
There's so much.
That one, they just had their farm.
Yeah, they
Letters
just
on.
had their farm letters on, but that we can't get undone. I would like it to be like this, like everything else is, which it might have been at one time.
And that one looks like they only used one.
No, there was four. There was. They were all stuck in there.
Yeah, people get really messy with things. I like to roll on. We clamp the hole in first,
Like I said,
and
everything's
then
so
roll the ink into the hole. It works better. Oh, look who came back from the grocery store.
Hi, baby. Send me something here.
Did you go? Did you get me anything good at the grocery store? No.
Ow, mother.
Oh, the next generation is checking on the next generation here. They're not too sure, but they're not running away.
You should do a shout out to Murphy Law and his mom and dad and brother. Their oldest dog is 16 years old and is not doing well and not expected to make it. So sorry to my Australian family. Hugs and
Sorry
kisses.
to hear that, you guys. And oh my gosh. Yeah. You going to baler? She made it outside. The other one's still in the shop. See the tractor sitting up there. I literally just got that bay emptied the rest of the way. Because the other one is like 6 feet longer. So the stuff we had stored behind it couldn't stay there. Moved our friend's trailer out back, where it's hopefully out of the way for a bit. No big deal to move it. Throw the ball on the forks and the skid steer and move it, but And I wanted to get that out of its cage and put it somewhere before it starts dumping like hell tomorrow, but that may not happen. So anyway, not too bad to hook the thing up while you're getting this far enough back to drop the pin in. Whole lot easier, because that gets it moved. That's all it needed to do. I don't like leaving it outside. I think we'll lay a tarp over it. Try to put it where it's more protected. But get my feeding done and see if I can get some help getting out of their baler back then. Oh, the fun time. just needs to not worry about that drive line at the moment. Just needs to worry about getting the bolts out. I mean, I made it easy on her. All she had to do was unhook the light cable from the tractor, because I left that plug inside the camera. And it's in here a little crooked. Of course, the worst thing about being crooked is if I get a new lift cylinder, I got to get in over there. There's not much room. Be nice if like the other one that was on that end, be out in the open. And God knows what they're doing. If they get me out of here, I can do something. Well, there she is for the winter. Actually easier to unhook than the other one. Mostly because of the jack. The other one's jack's a piece of shit. Original owner bent it, and they straightened it some, and when they put it back together, they put it back together 90 degrees off. And so the bend in the tube is, in the outer tube is one way, and the bend in the inner tube is the other way. So it cranks harder than this one does. And Becky had Blakely sitting, there's a tub beside the blue truck right there. See the white spot on it? She sat there and did great sitting there and watched. Didn't move. So the tarp that's going to go in there is laying over there. I just don't know if I'm going to get it up there today or not. Not like I got building space for it, but not here. And I'm not dragging that thing up the hill to the other barn. And building space here is all spoken for. It needs to get filled up anyway. It should have already been done. It hadn't been done yet. I'm going up here to get rid of this. Took it down just in case we needed it. Thank God that pin bolt, the nut did not want to come off of that. I was ready to get the 1-inch impact. I got the puppies out playing. Throw the toy for the big dogs, and the puppies want to play with it too. So anyway, that's the day. Finished putting this stuff away. Turn that thing back on so things will dry out in here again. Especially that book laying on our table. It drew damp in the cab of the tractor too. That usually doesn't happen, but sorry you're staring at that, but I was pulling that off. But we usually get the thing off before the end of October. It's usually by middle of September anyway. And I need a pair of pliers to get that apart. Put that in so it don't fall off. Maybe clean up in here tomorrow, maybe do something else tomorrow. I don't know. Ty decided she needed that step, which is a good thing she was in my way on this side, and I walked around the other side with the impact because that was sitting right in front of the baler tire. I wouldn't have known it was there. Not till it was too late. And these, plus a few more tools that were with them, were sitting on that step beforehand. Yeah, there's the pins out of the cylinder. See if I can get it down tomorrow. And not like I've had freaking time to do anything anyway. Probably take that. I don't know if Mark's lift truck builds cylinders or not. I haven't asked about that. I know if worst comes to worst, I can take it into Tom, and Tom can do it. And I figure it this way. If they want to use this slug, that's fine. Cut it off as close as they can here. And slip the other tube over because it's got to have to there to have room where it goes in. Or worst comes to worst, I can cut a little out for clearance. And it's got to have that size end on the rod anyway. So it really doesn't matter. That size rod's fine. It just needs a bigger piston on it. 10 million different directions to go, and I have a hard time going one at a time most of the time. Kind of like I almost forgot I need to screw with that. So anyway, Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all had a great Tuesday. And hopefully you have a great hump day. See what tomorrow brings. Yeah, it was supposed to rain from 11 o'clock on, the 5 to 11% chance. Hadn't done it yet, but it is getting darker out there.